Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the hashtag Why Is This News podcast. We are on episode number 7, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I'm tired as hell, bro. I just got through doing a lot of yard work, like a lot of shoveling, bro. Skids. I don't know how I made it here, but we here for it, man. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
About the same.
The same. At least you didn't have to do no yard work. At least you didn't do.
Bro, I gotta do yard work in other people's yards. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, I forgot you have that kind of job. You do this all day. Ain't nothing to you.
Every day, all day. Keep grinding. Never stop. Always going.
Always going. I forgot about that. That's all you. My man be shoveling for a living.
Yeah.
Shoveling. What? I don't even know what else do you do? You use like the machines and stuff like that to pick up the dirt?
No, I'm a tree trimmer.
Oh, tree trimmer. Okay.
I'm a line clearance tree trimmer. I trim trees away from power lines and shit.
Oh shit, we could have used you in Houston, man, with our power out and stuff like that, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude. They didn't send me, dude. I'll make the call.
Fuck. We was out for power for 2 or 3 days, bro. It was hell. That shit was ass, bro.
Probably was a tree too.
Probably. But ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna get into a lot of different topics there for this week. And first order of business that I want to talk about. I want to talk about how wrong you were. I told you. I told you. You had me all thinking, okay, there's no way in hell. There's no way. And look what the fuck happened. First round, Skiz! First round! Ha! Explain. You work with the UFC. You know about the wrestling game. You know about the UFC game. Like, why did it not translate? Why did he have the weakest chin ever, bruh? Like, what happened? What happened?
Bro, Ben said, you know what? I want that fucking 500K to a milli right now. And he said, all right, I'm going to go sleep real quick. Got back up. He's like, oh, no, I'm fine. He whispers in the dude's ear, yo, call this shit. And then that's what happened. I got the inside scoop.
Oh, my God, bro. Hey.
Bro, so I had to, like, disassociate myself from the internet for, like, 2 days. Because, first off, you're the first person to text me saying, ha, I told you so, or fuck you, whatever you said about it.
Yes.
My girl texted me saying, hey, your guy lost. And I'm just like, shit. And so I kind of stayed off the internet because I was really heated. And then I started becoming, like, really cool about it. Because I'm like, dude made a milli in 2 minutes. And I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. He really did make $1 million in 2 minutes.
But let's get to the highlight of that whole thing. Pete Davidson's a fucking boss.
Bro, either if you hate Jake Paul with a passion, you do not mind at all what Pete Davidson did. But if you're one of those people that are like, either you don't care for Jake Paul, or you don't really know who Jake Paul is and stuff like that, you might look at Pete Davidson like, what the fuck is wrong with you type shit. You might look at him that way. But my only thing with Pete Davidson is that you gotta keep that same energy, my guy. That's my only thing, is that whenever he went into Jake Paul's locker room or whatever, he toned it down. He was a little bit more nice. He wasn't trying to start stuff, because he knows that Jake Paul would probably beat his ass. Honestly, he probably would beat his.
Pete Davidson's a comedian that weighs 150 pounds. No
exactly.
Shit. There's 12 guys there.
Exactly. And I heard rumors that was going around, I guess, throughout the fight, that Jake Paul damn near wanted to call it off because of all the stuff that was going on. I was like, what the fuck? He was that pissed off at Pete Davidson trolling the hell out of dude, to the point to where he wanted to call the fight off. What do you think about that?
Dude, I'm pretty sure he brought up the TikTok conversation or the whole thing with that one chick.
Oh, the allegation, yeah.
Because there's an entire sentence that gets cut out. Because all like streaming things are on a delay, so people can censor out curse words for the networks and shit. So like an entire sentence was blurred out, and he's like, "Oh no, man, I don't want to talk about that. Oh, let's not talk about that." Yeah. And then Jack Harlow's like, "I wouldn't want that happening to me before a fight." Jack Harlow's the king, man.
Oh,
He's
yeah, Jack Harlow. I mean, hey, might need to be Jack Harlow versus Bryce Hall instead of Austin McBroom and this YouTuber versus TikTokers thing at this point. Did you see Bryce Hall's tweets?
Yeah, dude, I tweeted back at him, what's poppin' lyrics. She heard of my deep throat. She said, "Babes, it hurt when I deep throat."
Oh my god, bro.
Homie crying and bitching. Oh man, you got your girl stole, bro. This is how it goes.
It just happens, bro. And I was just like, why is he? Because apparently, I guess they're trying to work things. I guess they were trying to work things out, maybe, or whatever. They were seeing it out in public or whatever, trying to work things out. And then out of nowhere, Jack Harlow pulls up with your bitch.
Dude,
pulls up with your chick,
I tell you, it's the biggest power move I've ever seen in my life. Homie, oh man, that's so cool. That's so cool. Good on Jack.
Good on Jack, man. So, now that
granted, if it was my girl, I'd be pissed. But
yeah,
since it's somebody else's girl, I can point and laugh.
So, now that this fight is over with Jake Paul, who should he fight next? Who do you
Francis
think?
Ngannou. What do you mean? He's obviously the best boxer.
Bro. Why would we put him up against him? It would be the other way around. It would be over in 2 minutes in the first round for Jake Paul in that sense.
Dude, I want... So, Francis Ngannou, for those who don't know, has the hardest punch in human history.
Yes.
It's like a Ford Escort or something like that at full speed. Or going at 50 miles per hour, or something along them lines. His punch is harder than a car. Is all I'm trying to say.
Yes.
And I want him to do it.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
No, the dude's like 265 when he cuts weight.
Oh yeah.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. So I mean, let him.
I heard Tyron Woodley wants it. He's going at Daniel Cormier a lot. Jake Paul is. He called him Fat Boy, which cool. Jake Paul's insults are very surface level.
Oh yeah, they're very surface.
Fat.
Yeah, they're very surface level, but I mean, it's just everyone is clamoring for someone to knock out Jake Paul, and it's like, if you're the guy that knocks out Jake Paul, you're like the savior and stuff like that, the person that brings down his ego and stuff like that. So, hey, I've seen Daniel Cormier. I know Dylan Dennis wants a piece of him, but you said you do not want. I think I talked to you about this in the DMs. You was like, you do not want that to happen. Why?
Bro, Dylan Dennis is a pussy.
Why do you hate Dylan Dennis so much? Where did this come from?
Well, the dude wouldn't sign the contract. That's why Ben got it. Dylan Dennis was the first choice.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So Jake Paul sent it to Dylan. Dylan's like, "Oh no, man, my knee, my knee don't work." After he was talking a bunch of shit. And I'll tell you what, because Dylan Dennis isn't a boxer, and we already seen if you're not a boxer, you're not going to do well against Jake Paul. I'll fully concede to that. Look what happened to Ben. Granted, it must have just hit Ben just in the right spot at the right time, because I've seen him take fucking monstrous shots.
Yeah,
and he wasn't knocked out. Boxing rules are lame. I'll tell you this right now. Boxing rules are lame. I don't care. They're really lame. I want to see somebody die in there.
Nah, but I agree though. It did get stopped a little early. It looked like Ben Askren still could have fought, but the fight was going to be over regardless. Like, I think Jake Paul was going to eventually put him back down on his ass again. Eventually, it may have been in the first round, but it probably would have been in the second round or anything like that. Like the way Ben Askren was fighting, his stance and everything else, I'm like, there's just no way. There's just no way that he stood a chance. With that kind
I did sell you that fight, didn't I? I did sell you.
Yes, you tried, bro. I saw the other footage like right before where he was doing on the pads and stuff like that, and I remember you saying, "Not everyone looks great. Everyone can look great on the pads all they want. It's just a matter of what you do in that ring whenever you actually fight." And that's
And honestly, like what Jake Paul was doing wasn't like all that like special. He just threw a perfectly timed punch. You know what I mean? There was no like feints. There's no like combinations being thrown or nothing. Jake Paul stands very flat-footed, is what I noticed. He kind of gallops like a deer or like a horse. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of goes when he fucking pivots or like kind of shuffles to him. You know, because a real boxer's always on their toes, like wide stance. So like when they have their feet super wide, is so like they can push off that leg to move their head and shit. Mm-hmm. Jake Paul is just very awkward. Not as awkward as Ben Askren, but Ben Askren's a wrestler, so.
Yeah. So.
Fight. And the thing with Jake Paul is he's like, I fought a real athlete. What do you mean? Why aren't I getting the recognition, man? Well, if you fight, because I guess, like, everybody wants to fight him now. Like, Tyron Woodley wants to fight him. DC wants to fight him. And I'll tell you what, I don't know how that Tyron fight would go. Like, Tyron's losing a lot lately. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he gasses pretty easily. Because he's very explosive. So, like, I don't know. So, I don't want to predict any more fights. Because, so, Sky, I'll make a deal with you. Whatever prediction I have, you actually bet money on the opposite.
I probably, we probably will bet on the opposite for I don't know. It depends on what fight we're talking about. I don't know. I might agree with you on a certain fight. I have no idea, but
I'm so bad predicting fights. I should have told you that.
So, like, are you going to pick Logan Paul to beat Floyd Mayweather? Because that fight is now officially confirmed back again for June 5th, I believe, is when that fight's happening.
Bro, I don't know. That's such a fucking mismatch. I have no fucking idea.
I have no idea. Floyd is just too quick, and he has boxing experience. He has 20, 30 years of boxing experience compared to Ben Askren. Even though he's been in a fight game, he hardly had any boxing experience. So I think that's more of a sure bet that Floyd is going to win that fight, even though the size advantage is major to Logan Paul. It is major to Logan Paul, but it's just Floyd. What is Floyd best at? Defense, not getting touched. And so that works to Floyd's advantage, and he'd be able to not dodge some of those punches that Logan Paul throws and stuff like that. And so, hey, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens with that fight. And then also, I seen KSI's video.
I didn't see it. I didn't have time. Break it down for me. What did he say?
So KSI basically said he's changed up. And I think I seen a video by True Jordy as well. He called a couple of the fights from the YouTuber fights and stuff like that. And he knows like the fight game and stuff like that. And he said that KSI has changed up his team and who he's training with. And he's training with like the top of the top as far as like boxing like trainers and stuff like that. People that he's working with, like he's upgraded big time with that. Because he's dead set on making sure he fights Jake Paul. And it's looking like, because KSI, once again, he said this again, though, because I think we're getting his album this summer. We're getting this album this summer. I believe he even revealed on he was on James Corden late night show, and he revealed that he has a song with Future and 21 Savage. I was like, oh, that should be interesting. But I'm thinking he's going to be going with his music in the summer and then touring a little bit during the summer and stuff like that. So KSI is going to be doing a whole lot of shit during the summer. And then after that, I would think probably towards either the end of the year or the beginning of next year, you should probably see KSI really, really pushing to try and fight Jake Paul or for their contract to be done and stuff like that. And so my only worry is that what if Jake Paul gets another fight, say with another UFC fighter, but one that actually has boxing experience, or go to fight with someone that's actually a boxer, and Jake Paul beats them? Then what? Then the hype for that fight for KSI.
This thing could go the other way. What if Jake Paul fucking loses? You know, somebody did KSI's job for him. You know.
Well, yeah, but then I think that makes Jake Paul damn near beg for KSI to fight him, and it'll bring a lot of money. It'll bring it back to a YouTube scene more so than anything. If Jake Paul were to lose that fight, then it'll be back to, okay, this is YouTubers fighting each other. This not necessarily like boxing,
Like the levels thing.
The
There's levels to
thing.
this shit.
Yes, exactly. But it'll still be a huge grossing fight. Like it will do just as well as like a regular boxing event, if not even better. Like I think from what I saw, the Jake Paul fight was like which is surprising. It's the seventh most grossing boxing fight as far as like money that got brought in like ever.
I think like 1.4 million. Yeah.
Yeah, like ever. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, it was the most bet on fight this year so far. I mean, we're in April though, but still,
It was the most confusing fucking fight to bet on, dude.
Yeah, bro, it really, really was because we just didn't quite know, but like. I just did not believe Ben Askren was never going to win this fight from the beginning, and I mean, when I saw the last footage, I was like, you know what, no, maybe he might have a chance. He did not have a chance. I knew within 10 seconds with the way his stance was. I'm like, oh, this brother gonna lose. He gonna lose. It's over.
Oh, then he's like saying he's gonna starch Nate Diaz in fucking 3 rounds, bro. That fight won't make it to the ring. Nate Diaz will beat your fucking ass outside of the ring.
Look. For anyone that can humble Jake Paul, I'm for it, bro. If anyone can humble Jake Paul, any fighter that can do it, just do it. I want him knocked out like how he knocked out Nate Robinson. If we can get that,
get the meme
for Jake and get the meme reversed on him, bro. That's God's work right there. That would be God's work right there, bro. It really, really.
We need it. We definitely need it.
We definitely need it. Let me check. So let's switch on. Let's move on from this fight and stuff because we didn't get a chance to talk about it because when we uploaded, like we said, we uploaded the podcast on that Sunday, the day after the fight happened. I made my rant video about it and stuff like that on my second channel, but yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about it and stuff like that. We got a chance to talk about it now, but we're gonna move on, ladies and gentlemen, to a beef, a hip hop beef that has gotten really, really bad. Now, Skiz, I know you're not too familiar or really familiar at all with either of these artists.
I listened to one of the songs. I forgot what the other song was, so I never.
Which song? Which song?
The one from Foolio.
From Foolio, okay. All right. So, basically, with this beef, I still don't know like the full background. But I know it kind of really sparked up like for real whenever Yungeen Ace and his other 2 boys, I think it was 3 people on that song, they did a song called Who I Smoke. And they literally are saying the people that they have killed before in the past in the song. And here's the craziest part about it, and the reason why it went so viral. Guess what beat they went on, Skiz?
Look Alive.
No. 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 Bro.
Sicko Mode?
It's not a hip hop beat.
Oh, Old Town Road.
No.
Alright, I'm done. There you go. Go.
Bro. They went on this song. I'm gonna sing it for you. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? They went on da 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 da, and I need you, da 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 da, and I miss you. They went on that beat, bro.
That's kind of hard though.
Yeah, and they got remixed into like a hip hop kind of sound and stuff like that. The song is good, but I was just like, when you're sitting there watching it, and they actually play like the beginning of that snippet or that I need you, the hook or whatever of that song, played in the beginning, and then they switch it into just rapping some real like gangster shit, like, bro, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, and it's just gone ultra viral overall. But that started off because the people that they were naming, some of the people that they named were some of Foolio's dead homies. Is who they named. Like, I think one of them is for sure is Bibby because Foolio talked about it in the song and stuff like that in his response. And so he naming basically what they did and stuff like that. And then I'm sure you saw the music video for Foolio, right?
Yeah, where he's on somebody's grave or something.
Yeah, he's on Yungeen Ace's, and all those people that you saw in the picture, those are Yungeen Ace's boys that passed away, got killed. I don't know if Foolio did the killing. I don't think he did the killing. But like, those are his dead homies, and he went to their grave. He was pouring champagne out where it was and stuff. I'm like, Bro, this shit right here is some of the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen in hip hop, bro. Like I was sitting there, I reacted to, I put the reaction video up. I was sitting there, I'm like, how much more disrespectful can you get? Like honestly, like how, like I haven't seen anything quite. Have you seen anything quite like disrespectful like what Foolio did in this song and this music video? Not necessarily the song, but the music video. Him at the graveyard pouring champagne and stuff like that Have you seen anything more disrespectful than like that in hip hop? Honestly,
I've seen that exact thing once, and the guy died. So like, this isn't looking good.
Exactly, bro. And
I think Blackie Speaks talked about that, like most disrespectful diss track of all time, and the dude like poured champagne on the guy's grave, and then they came and killed him. So yeah, that didn't end well.
Yeah, and I just don't see how this ends well either, bro. Like somebody gonna die in this situation, and it's just like why? Like
you need to stop bringing me into topics where people are gonna fucking die. How am I gonna make jokes about people that are gonna die?
This is what
like Jake Paul. I can be like, his hairline sucks, or he's really weird. But what am I gonna do? Make fun of a dead guy?
This is what be going on in the culture, bro. This is what be going on, bro. And so it's. I don't know. I like only artist. I didn't even know who Foolio was going into this beef or whatever. I knew who Yungeen Aces was. I've heard a couple of his songs. He's kind of like another knockoff NBA YoungBoy kind of like makes that kind of music and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a given.
But only reason why I knew who Foolio was before he even dropped the song is because after the Who I Smoke song dropped, you probably may have seen the come up of this Twitch streamer Aiden Ross. This dude is going fucking crazy on Twitter. He's averaging like 150K viewers a stream. He's had like Lil Yachty on his stream, Lil Tecca. He's supposed to have Tory Lanez come on. He's had 24K Golden. Who else? Supposed to have Academic Songs. Supposed to have Tory Lanez on. He's seen somewhere he talking about having Tekashi 6ix9ine on. His friends was like, yeah, fuck all that. We don't want that. Or whatever. But like the dude's booming or whatever, and he was joking around singing the Who I Smoke song, and people was tagging Foolio in it, and he checked him like multiple times and stuff like that. Like it, almost to the point to where like he was damn near gonna come after Aiden type shit and come and smoke him, and I'm like, bro. Y'all don't play with these brothers, bro, in this gay shit. If you don't gang bang, you don't do none of that shit, stay out of that shit. That's a word of advice. But either way, this shit is gotten to a point to where it's just like there's no looking back. You just hope and pray that they don't see each other. That's all you can hope and pray for. Is that they don't.
I'm curious what they would do if they saw somebody like me. Like, I wonder if they see me as a guy that's like, "Oh, you want some tea?" type of guy. I think it'd be kind of funny. I'm just trying to like make light of the situation because it's fucking awful.
Yeah, it really, really is. But hey, we gonna see what happens, man. Hopefully, nothing comes out of it. Hopefully, nothing happens, bro. And screen recording it 3, 2, 1. Boom. Let me pull up my notes real quick. Hold up for you. No, what the hell? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we are going to talk about a topic that is very interesting. This isn't necessarily like a news topic or anything like that, but this is something it's kind of a discussion. It's something like that. So, recently, Kevin Durant was on a podcast. First of all, he's was on a podcast, and the first thing that he did, violation he had on there, was he named like his top 5 teammates or whatever, and he named like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving. Well, he named first James Harden, Kyrie Irving. Then he named Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Then he named Serge Ibaka, and he didn't name Russell Westbrook, who was probably his running mate for the most of his career. He didn't name him. Then the people that was on the podcast, that control the podcast, they checked him about it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm glad you checked me about it and stuff like that or whatever. But that was a whole sports thing or whatever. But that happened. That already got dealt with and stuff like that. But I also thought, because I looked at other parts of the podcast, and he talked about how in the locker room, because in the Nets locker room, there's only like 3 or 4 players that are over 30 years old. In the rest of the locker room, they're usually they're in their 20s type ish. And most of the people in that locker room think that Little Baby is the best rapper out right now. Not Drake, as far as like, not saying who the best rapper is like overall, but like the most popping guy. They think it's Little Baby over Drake. And I thought that was interesting. And I wanted to know, like, what do you think, is Little Baby the next guy? Like, is he the guy that's gonna take over for Drake, or does Drake still have that spot right now in your eyes? What do you think?
Well, I'll put it like this: how many people do you think are biting Little Baby? Then how many people do you think are biting Drake? Look up Drake type beat, you'll see a bunch of shit. You look up Little Baby type beat, you'll see significantly less shit. Still there, just not as much. So like to say Little Baby, because rap isn't just about skill; it's about influence and shit like that. It's about what you provided, how many people you reached. So for people to be like, "Oh, Little Baby, yeah, way better than Drake," is just fucking short-sighted. I don't even like Drake, dude. I don't like Drake. I think Drake's a bitch.
Yo, you gonna have the Drake stairs come after you, bro.
Bro, I'll fight Drake. I'll box Drake. I'll beat his ass. Dude's tall as fuck.
This man, have you seen the man been working out, bro?
Yeah, he got liposuction on his abs because people called him fat. I ain't scared of that.
Oh my god,
dude! I saw that on So on Snapchat, it's like, do you think Drake had liposuction? I'm like, no. Why would that be your go-to?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'd still fuck him up. I'd still beat his ass.
Oh my god.
The Drake stands though, they seem pretty tough, so I won't fuck with them very much. Y'all are handsome. Y'all are pretty. Don't fuck with me, please. But no. Anyway, I'm not a Drake fan, is what I'm trying to say, and I'm fully aware of the influence and impact he's had. So, fucking put respect on his name, I guess.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought that was interesting when Kevin Durant said that Little Baby is is the artist that most players are willing to play in the locker room, and they think that he is the new guy, like he's the GOAT. And while Little Baby is a good artist to me, I like Little Baby's music. I do prefer Gunna over him. There's always this debate of Little Baby versus Gunna. I'm the Gunna guy. I'm the Gunna guy because there's always coming up because it's Young Thug's artists and stuff like that, and everyone's like, oh, they sound similar to Young Thug and stuff like that. And Little Baby's more the one that's taken off, like even more than Gunna has, but Gunna has done well for himself as well. But yeah, I don't think that Little Baby has taken over quite yet. I mean, am I saying that it's impossible? Because, Drake is 34 years of age. And Drake is at this state right now where a lot of what he's rapping about is basically his riches and how much money he has and stuff like that. He doesn't rap like he did back in the Take Care days, where you could kind of relate to him going through like relationship issues and stuff like that, and going through stuff like that. He don't do that I guess you could say like the light skinned music like that as much as he used to anymore. And it partly is because people were also mad that he did that kind of music where he was always like, oh my god, Drake always make music that have people in your feelings and shit like that. And so he's kind of cut that out a little bit. He's kind of cut that out a little bit. And now it's just, I don't know. Maybe more people these days want to hear people rap about that struggle, that come from the underground and stuff like that. And now they've made it and stuff like that. That is starting to become more of a trend. But I would not say that Little Baby has surpassed Drake yet. That transition has not happened yet. Drake is still one of the top artists, is still the top guy right now, as of right now. But hey, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's not possible for Little Baby to take over, but I just don't think we're at that point yet. I just don't believe that we've gotten to that point yet. I don't believe that at all. So, hey. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let me know in the next 5 years if Drake is still at the top and Little Baby is over him. Let me know the next 5 years. Let me know. But lastly, last topic that we want to talk about, and it's kind of like a short topic, but I also want to announce it to the whole public. The hashtag Why Is This News podcast, we are officially have a TikTok page. It is going to be out as soon as this podcast comes out. Now, it's just like, oh, the cringe. The TikTok cringe. Look, bro, I didn't want to make a TikTok page either, bro. I didn't want to do it. But, you know.
I'm just, you didn't even consult me on this. You just told me that like 30 minutes ago.
I did.
So that's why I'm kind of like, okay, sure. Like, I'm not against it, but like it hasn't digested yet.
He's like, yeah, it's just digested. But like, I thought about it for the past couple of days, but like, it's just like to get, more eyes on the podcast. So like, we ain't gonna be posting. Trust me. Let me let you guys know this right now. There will be no dances on that page.
Speak for yourself.
There won't be any dances on that page.
Bro, I'll be doing them lip sync videos where the camera's all shaky.
Oh.
Yep, you remember the Bust It challenge?
Bro.
I'll do the Bust It challenge.
No, I don't know. Please don't. Please don't. No one needs to see that.
I'll drop it.
No.
Hey, man, what the fuck?
Do not drop it like it's hot. Please don't. Please don't.
Whatever, dude.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a new TikTok page. It's gonna be just short clips that we upload of the podcast. You guys can go follow it. I'll leave a link to the description down below. Just short clips of the podcast. Some things that were funny throughout the podcast. We'll upload them to the TikTok page and see if we can, just trying to gain traction, gain new fans for the podcast and stuff like that. Trust me, we adjusting to the times these days. We got to figure out different ways to advertise the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Also,
I still be on MySpace.
MySpace. Oh my.
Bro, my MySpace was like, I was like 7 years old, maybe 6. Like I was not old enough for that.
I never had made a MySpace account ever. Like I never had one. Like I know there's people at my when I was in, I think, middle school, when it was still like somewhat still cool or whatever. People had a MySpace, and I was just like, no. I was just like, no, or whatever. I did start off, my first social media was Facebook though, but I hardly ever on that shit. I'm usually only on Twitter or Instagram these days. Honestly, it's the only platform that.
Bro, my Facebook, like I started Facebook when I was 10. So it'll be like, hey, 12 years ago, you fucking posted this.
Yeah,
it'll be some
bro.
dumb shit when I was 10. I'll be like, damn, dog, I was stupid when I was 10.
Bro, it'd be giving me notifications like, hey, it's your 7-year anniversary with this person who I do not speak to ever. that I randomly was friends with on Facebook. I was like, oh, thanks. I don't talk to this person at all. I don't even know if this person even knows what the hell I'm doing at this point in my life. I don't even know what they're doing.
Oh, you and your great aunt Susie. Well, now my great aunt Susie's fucking dead, so thanks, Facebook.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't have a great aunt Susie. I'm just joking.
Jesus, why did this get so dark? Whoa, what the
Shout out to great aunt Susie's out there.
Great Aunt Susie. that sounds like a aunt name. Susie.
Yeah.
Susie.
Susan.
In the black community, it's Betty. I actually have an Aunt Betty. Aunt Betty. If you have an Angie or a Betty in the black community, yeah, you most likely have one of the two. Someone you got somewhere you got an aunt named Betty or Angie. You got one. You gotta have one.
I have an Aunt Angie.
See, even there. See, see what I'm saying?
Little did y'all know, I'm basically Drake mixed.
All right, Logic.
Damn, that hurt. I would be Logic, wouldn't I? I forgot all about Logic for a second. He retired, so.
My man's retired. We'll see him in like 3 or 4 years. He'll be back rapping again.
Yeah, of course we will. No,
we'll see him
it's
back.
not like a sport where you just can't do it no more. You know what I mean?
Exactly. We'll see him back in 3 or 4. Unless he's going to do the transition like Joe Budden did and get into podcasting. I think the only thing he does is Twitch stream, like video games. He's a gamer now, I guess.
Loser.
What?
Virgin.
Crazy.
On a different note, I got all my Sniper's Gold on Cold War. I stream at Skizzy_Glizzy.
Wait, do you really?
I streamed one time, and everybody called me a bunch of homophobic slurs, so I had to stop.
What the fuck?
Bro, it was bad. Like, I'm like, all right, I can't post this.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not even capping, bro.
In that stream?
No, I didn't know. It was a game chat, dude. Like,
oh, they were all the game chat. Oh, yeah.
So this is how it started. I pressed the key, and I'm like, hey, guys, how's it going? And they just started calling me a bunch of names that were not PC. So I'm like, well, this is not good.
Yeah,
so
it's not. Yeah, that's not that especially on Twitch, because Twitch is so fucking strict, bro. Like I have a Twitch account. I was thinking about live streaming on it and stuff like, because I can't I get my live streaming back May 3rd, I believe is the date that I'll be able to live stream on YouTube and stuff like that. But it's just, you can't. There's just the littlest thing as a guy you'll get banned for, but you got females with their ass damn near out in bikinis and stuff like that. They literally go and bend over in front of you in the camera, and they don't get banned. But a guy can like have someone accidentally say like the F word, like the FAG word or something like that on accident. The other person doesn't even know, and they can get banned and stuff like that. Like, and then like Alinity, like, you know, everyone knows the Alinity thing. If you don't know, she threw her cat like literally over her head, and
she gave her cat vodka, dude. Jesus Christ.
Did all that shit and didn't get banned. And it's like, bruh.
Bro, that shit reminds me of those memes where it'd be like, oh, my dog ate my stash, look at him now, and it's like all fucked up. I think those are funny. But no, don't feed your cat vodka. That's bad for your cat.
Yeah, that's not good for any animal overall.
The only acceptable thing is like you got a kid that's like all like screaming, put a little bit on your finger, put it in back of their mouth. There you go.
Hey yo. Oh my god. But that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this podcast. Hashtag Why Is This Podcast episode number 7. Man, any final thoughts, Skids, before we sign out? Man, I always got to ask you that before we sign out.
Follow me on Twitch. Do it now. I got 4 followers. I'm getting some big numbers going. Follow me on Twitch.
You gonna start streaming on Twitch for real?
I don't know. Probably. Maybe. I don't know.
Hey, y'all go follow him. Go give us some motivation to go stream on Twitch. Just don't end up in those lobbies again. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, I'll just mute the lobby. The lobby.
Don't have someone accidentally say the FAG word, or else you'll get banned for that too.
I'll ban it. I'll ban the word so nobody can say it.
Yeah. All right. Good job. But that is going to do it for this podcast. Me and your boy Skiz are out. Peace.
Hop in the rave and I skirt. Diamonds, they came out the earth. She wanna fuck for a purse. Niggas can't walk on my turf. You can get put on some merch if you scared, go to church. My niggas with it, they bout it. And all of my niggas, they came from the bottom. No one can stop us from winning, my nigga. They tried, there's no way around it.